derby. Sorry? They don't let me do this before, so I have to... Can you hold it so I don't drag it around?
Do you need anything?
Good morning, roller derby fans. Here we are in the final day of the Y'all Stars Southern Skate Showdown. I'm Huckleberry Jen, and I'm joined this morning by the wonderful
Muffin Temple, good morning.
First up this morning, we have Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors, the Feral Kids, facing off against Druid City Derby Daredevils. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors. We're going to have number 1-2, Dragon. Number 1-8, Edgar Allan Toastop. Number 2-2-2, Sister Mary Mayhem. Number 2-3-1-9, Pinkavicious. Number 2-7, Rocket. Number 3, Spirlia. Number 3-3-3, Fluff You. Number 5-4-4 is your captain, Hell on Wheels. Number 6-2-6, Catastrophic. Number 8-1-2, Eagle Eye. Number 8-2-4, Lunatic. Number 8-4, Froggy Mercury. Number 8-8, The Glimmer. Number 9, Chupacabra. Number 9-2-5. That's going to be Dolly Pardon Me. And skating for Druid City in the whites, we're going to have number 09, Sharktooth. Number 101, Ruella DeVille. Number 12, Corrupt. Number 14, Peaches and Scream. Number 147, Gorticia Adams. Number 17, Terminal Velocity. Number 187 is going to be your captain, Serial Killer. Number 26, Crescent. Number 27, Spike. Number 34, Moxie. Number 41, K10. Number 42, Tallulah Bangs Heads. Number 53, Trainwreck. Number 69, Jen. Number 99, Night Terror. And our officials for this first game of the last day will be Flip, Rose Lambo, Mausoleum, Mortar Comcat, The Doctor, Tornado Alley, Misery Chop, French Thwarter, Flip, Wheeled Assassin, Bread Pool, Random Dude, Bionic, Shrimp and Roll, Hannibal Reffer, Thrillum Defoe, Luna Shovegood, and Rough Draft. So Red Stick Roller Derby played Dallas Derby Devils last night in the last game of day 3 of Y'all Stars, and they're here first thing in the morning. So these kids got the spunk and probably don't need as much caffeine in their system as I do this morning.
Same, I need the caffeine as well. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
Quiet.
Sorry, minor technical difficulties. There we go.
There
now we
I
can hear
am.
Muffin.
It helps when you turn on the microphone. Yeah, I got to call that game, but Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors, are the league that put on this wonderful tournament 3 years in a row, so we love them so much. But they had last game of the night and then first game of the day today. So busy little kids, but of course they're young and energetic, and they can handle this, like you said, without all the caffeine.
Absolutely. All right, we are coming close here. The timer is gone, which means we are just moments away. Our officials are conducting the gear checks, the final gear checks here before we get started. For any of you who have never seen JRDA Derby before, the officials must conduct gear checks to make sure everything is in working order before we get to the derby itself. So they check mouth guards, helmets, they make sure the helmets are tight enough, elbow pads, wrist guards, knee pads, skates, toe stops, the works. So we make sure our kiddos are as safe as they can possibly be, which honestly I think we should do with the adults too. I know we do that over with Bank Track, but I'm a fan.
It's not live.
I see a lot of folks in a roller derby with gear that is held together with bubblegum and a prayer, so I am for this being a force across the board.
That reminds me of Murda's line. She says she's retiring, and she says, I'm held together by tape and spite.
Ooh, yes. Surviving purely out of spite. I am also in that camp.
KT tape, yes.
Oh, definitely the KT tape. That, let's see, spite, KT tape, and help by Crybaby Wellness, which is Blue, up at the top of the venue. I do believe Blue still has a couple openings today. Her first one was at 7 a.m. for whoever's up there being crazy pants. But Crybaby Wellness will put you back in shape after Derby tears you apart. I highly recommend Blue if you haven't checked her out. And for those of you who aren't in venue, Blue tends to be at almost every Derby event we have, to be honest. So make sure you look for her at any Derby event that you go to and get on her schedule.
And the chat is live. Please tell us where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. This will be the Druid City Daredevils' first game of the weekend. They'll be in white.
I believe they played last night.
Oh, they did.
Played,
Oh, yes.
Tomorrowland
I'm
last
sorry.
night.
They lost to Tomorrowland yesterday. I'm so sorry. But they come from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
That's where it was. I was speaking with someone, and we were like, I know they're from Alabama, and it's not Mobile or Birmingham. Where are they from?
That's one of your only other main options. But yes, more friends from the South, the friendly South.
Now, our camera faces the track, so you all can't see this, but Unholy Horror, who is a juniors coach for Red Stick Roller Derby, has this plush jellyfish on a stick. And she comes around and she asks if you would like a blessing from the jellyfish. And if you do, she dangles it over your head. The tentacles get to gently massage your scalp, and you are blessed by the jellyfish for the remainder of your game or day if you're not skating.
Oh, that is lovely. I saw the jellyfish yesterday, but I did not see it in action, so that is amazing. I think I need a blessing or two.
Absolutely. And so while Unholy coaches Red Stick, currently she is over there with Druid City, making sure their skaters are blessed by the jellyfish as well. So it's equal opportunity jellyfish blessings. We have a busy day of Derby coming up. So again, as we stated, Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors facing off against Druid City Daredevils, followed up by our next game, which will be our final juniors game of the tournament outside of our exhibition bouts, which will be Dallas Derby Devils Rolling Rebellion facing off against Tomorrowland out of Spokane, Washington, for our final juniors game of the day before we start moving into our final placement games for our main division and our open division. I don't recall which main division game we have up first, but I know we're going to see today Fuego Latino face off against Team Canada. I know Black Diaspora is going to be playing... Fuego Latino is playing...
New York,
sorry. Black Diaspora is playing Team Canada for first. And then we will also see in our open division, Beachside Roller Derby take on Villanera Roller Derby this afternoon.
Which we'll see Huckleberry Jen skating as Hucktua.
Hucktua will be counting all the bubble gum she can piece herself back together with before that game, too.
Yeah, so at 5th and 6th place will be Indigenous Rising versus Kansas. And then at 2:40, we have, like you said, the open division game, B-side versus Villanera. So full day of awesome championship roller derby after the juniors do their first bouts this morning. And we see someone in the center raising the roof. Doesn't mean we're ready.
I think we're getting there. I think they're confirming positions and getting ready to start here with our wonderful zebras on skates.
Lovely. Yeah, a little bit of a late start, which is good because I rolled in right at 8:27. Oh, it was a late night and an early morning, but we do it for the love of Derby.
Of Derby, but also the love of Louisiana culture. So for folks at home, there have been a plethora of after-party opportunities every evening here. And last night, there was a party bus that took folks up to New Orleans for one of the Mardi Gras parades. For those unfamiliar, Mardi Gras starts in February, sometimes in January, depending on how Easter falls. So we are full-blown into Mardi Gras season. And with that, let's get our first jam underway. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let's see. I'm going to have to wait for scoreboards here to get a good eyesight on those jammers. And Mardi Gras itself this year, sorry, our producer just let us know, will be on March 4th. So that's going to be Fat Tuesday with Lundi Gras on Monday. Out with the start for Red Stick Roller Derby and with lead, that is going to be Edgar Allan Toestop as he quickly picks up lead there as in turn one. However, Gorticia Adams is out for Druid City, completing her initial pass. Edgar Allan Toestop with a sick toe stop slide around turn two, picking up a quick 4 points. However, Gorticia straight on his tail.
Oh, yeah, matching those points. We have the first scoreboard advancement, 4 points for everyone. We have a tie game.
Perfect way to start. All right, so let's do this for like the next 15 jams, just so we can't call anything. Like, no, it's tied. No, it's tied. So technically, I heard this conversation yesterday. If there's a tie game, and someone was below or above, it's a lead change. But if it's a tie game from the start...
No lead yet. No lead has been established. No.
Out with the star and lead jammer is catastrophic for Red Stick Roller Derby, making this 2 lead jams in a row as Corrupt for Druid City is being recycled back here, looking for some space coming into the pack in turn one, just as Catastrophic is able to pick up a quick 4 points
They're matched by Corrupt. So Catastrophic hitting the pack again at the top apex. Beautiful hop, inbounds and through for a full scoring pass. So we'll take the first lead of the game. It is the Feral, which is the best name for a junior team. 12 points total and 4 held by Druid City. There's an instant replay there. Look at that hop. Beautiful.
Oh, I missed that while we were announcing. That was gorgeous. On the line here for Red Stick Roller Derby, that is their captain Hell on Wheels picking up lead jammer. 3 lead jams in a row here for Red Stick, as Trainwreck wearing the star for Druid City Daredevils is being recycled back past the pivot line, but that is Eagle Eye for Red Stick Roller Derby. Just as Hell on Wheels is able to, I believe, side surf through and pick up the 4 points for Red Stick Roller Derby here.
Trainwreck caught up and then initial pass. Oh, through on the initial pass. Almost a full lap behind. Hell on Wheels is going to get some points and call it.
We are going to see the first penalty of the game here as the pivot for Druid City is sent to the box for a back block. And this will give us a slight pack advantage for Red Stick moving into the to jam number 4.
Yes, 20 points to 4, and we're barely 3 minutes into this game.
Beautiful utilization here of that quick 4 and call it off method. We've seen a lot of that throughout the weekend in general, but particularly with the juniors games. They are interested in getting out, getting their quick 4 and calling it off. And we've seen fairly matched juniors teams, and the scores have not been representative of that because of that 4-0 method.
And yes, we all know about the sudden scoring policy with the juniors, and no, we have not had to use it all weekend, and that's always fun to see. But sudden scoring is kind of fun. That's where no lead is declared, and the jams become 1 minute. You start scoring on the first pass.
Speaking of first pass, we have Rocket out completing their initial pass here, picking up lead jammer for Red Stick. Right now, Red Stick has had every lead jam in this game. Terminal Velocity wearing the star for Druid City, taking a big hit out there by, I believe that was Edgar Allen toe stop at the top of turn 1 and 2.
And we have a star pass almost fully completed. Back of the pack, that is 101 Ruella DeVille. Oh, and going to the penalty box for cut track penalty.
And this will be a power jam for the Feral Kids. Rocket pushing out of the top of the straightaway here, going right into turn 3. Some nice reforming by Druid City. Caught up on that last blocker. That's number 187.
Serial killer.
There we go. Thank you. I was like, where did they go? I was looking at the wrong side here. Picking up 4 points for Red Stick.
Okay, power jam over. Cruella making the way back onto the track. This is an initial pass for Cruella.
He is able to get out, completing that initial pass, now putting the star cover on as Rocket calls that jam to a close. That's going to be an 8-0 jam for the Feral Kids, bringing our score 28 Red Stick for Druid City.
And that's 3 scoreless jams in a row for Druid City Daredevils. Oh, another Triple D team, because we will have Dallas Derby Devils juniors playing up next. And really quick, I want to give a shout out to Poster Giant. Big thanks to Poster Giant. From wild posting to guerrilla marketing to digital campaigns, Poster Giant makes your message stand out. Poster Giant, thank you.
All right, on the line here, that's going to be Catastrophic for Red Stick Roller Derby and Peaches and Scream for Druid City. Peaches looking for some space here, able to hopefully find it just a few to beat in the pack, even though it is Catastrophic who's going to be out with lead jammer. Peaches and Scream is right on Cat's heels. They're coming up fast. We have a bit of a jammer race coming out of turn 3 and 4 as they come back into the pack here in turn 1 and 2. Quick little hop there by Catastrophic.
Denied by Tallulah Bangsheds.
Big hit by Peaches and Scream as they are able to get out and pick their 4 points, their first 4 points since the start of the game.
Yep, the Druid City Daredevils are on the scoreboard. Those points are matched by Catastrophic.
Cat still caught up here in this blocking contingent from Druid City as Peaches is able to come by, pick up another 4 points so far. A 12-point jam so far for Druid City, which I think is the largest scoring jam in the game so far. My producer just confirmed it.
It is indeed.
That was exactly what Druid City needed. So now they're slowly, not even slowly, they kind of took a leap there, encroaching on the Feral Kids lead. However, Red Stick was able to pick up 8 points in that jam. Scoreboard just updated on us. So we have a 20-point game currently with Red Stick at 36, Druid City 16.
And just under 24 minutes into this game, I see Eagle Eye on the line for Red Stick. Red Stick is in purple. In white, we have Trainwreck donning the star for the second time this game. Eagle Eye at the front of the pack, already been declared lead jammer.
Serial killer from Druid City trying to stop Eagle Eye's momentum there, but Eagle Eye is able to swoop by. Oh, we are going to see some beautiful toe stop work from Trainwreck, able to complete her initial pass there, sorry. Eagle Eye working through this Druid City contingent, trying to call off that jam before Trainwreck's able to pick up any points. However, I don't think the ref quite saw it, so Druid City is going to be able to sneak by, picking up 1 point in that jam.
So 37-17.
So it's a 1-1 jam, a little bit of a wash, but you know what? I'd protect that. If I was Red Stick, I would do the exact same thing. Protect that point differential. We're still in that 20-point game here. Coming up into jam number 7. 5 in the sky means we're about to see some more roller derby. Pack's moving around pretty aggressively here, trying to throw the other team off as we have Lunatic wearing the star for Red Stick, pushing at the front of the pack. That's Gorticia Adams for Druid City, Daredevils. Lunatic pushing into the apex, looking for a little bit of space with some beautiful bridge work and defensive work here by Druid City as Lunatic is still looking, and now they have received lead jammer as Red Stick loses a blocker to the box. Also, so did Druid City. So now we have a 3-3 pack situation as Lunatic is coming through looking to pick up some points. Gorticia Adams, however, not far behind, which forces the call off from Lunatic. I think they were able to catch a couple points. No, I am seeing zeros across the board, so that's going to be another score. Well, I'm going to say scoreless jam, even though they both picked up 1 point. Another, we'll say 0-0 jam, holding us at a 37-17, 20-point differential as we move into jam number 8.
Yes, that's our first scoreless jam of this game.
Well, we've seen a bunch of people taking some tumbles this weekend. This floor is unforgiving, so make sure you get your 187 killer pads, industrial strength materials, unmatched ergonomic design, and unparalleled excellence. 187 killer pads. Wearing the star is catastrophic. However, picking up lead for the first time for Druid City is Corrupt. Corrupt with a huge apex jump there at the top of turn 2 to pick up their first couple points. His first couple points. As we're coming through, Catastrophic still being held. Oh no, Catastrophic matching those 4 points. Sorry, I didn't see her complete her initial. Just as Corrupt is getting run back there by Hell on Wheels from Red Stick. I think he was able to pick up a couple points. Yes, I see 4 more on the board. And here we're going to see that big hit out by Hell on Wheels, and I believe this replay is going to be, yep, there it is. Corrupt's huge apex jump in turn 1. There's so much height on that. I think that kid could clear me.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Great springy action into the inbounds lane. Full scoring pass, 4-8 in favor of Druid City on that one.
All right, wearing the star as we go into jam number 9 is Sister Mary Mayhem for Red Stick Roller Derby. First time wearing the star this game. And Trainwreck for Druid City. I could be wrong here, I think this is Sister Mary Mayhem's first time wearing the star all weekend for Red Stick. Oh, I hear whistles. I'm going to see what's happening here. It does look like we're going to lose a blocker. I always get nervous when I see a whistle and a jammer in the same area. Sister Mary Mayhem picking up lead jammer, coming in looking for points. Going ahead and calling off that jam to prevent Druid City from encroaching further upon their lead. Holding it scoreless, 41, Red Stick Roller Derby, 25, Druid City.
Second scoreless jam, and it is Sister Mary Mayhem's birthday weekend, so happy birthday, Sister Mary Mayhem.
That is the 3rd birthday I've heard of this weekend, sitting behind the announcer's stand. What a perfect way to spend it.
Oh, really? For real. Quick shout out to our crowd sponsors. We have Roll One, Allstate Haiti Agency, Nearby Notary, Creative Counseling and Wellness LLC, and Raising Canes. Edgar Allan toe stop back on the jam line against Gorticia Adams. We'd seen this matchup before.
Edgar Allan able to pick up lead pretty quickly there at the top, shaking off a big hit like it was nobody's business. He was picking up lead jammer and is already back looking to pick up points. Gorticia Adams trying to pick up some points as well. However,
Threw on a
please ignore on the scoreboard that penalty. There was no penalty assessed to the Red Stick Roller Derby team. Both jammers on the track the entire time. Edgar Allen was able to pick up 4 points there for the Feral Kids, extending that lead just a little bit more over Druid City Daredevils.
I think we missed 1 point from the previous jam before this one but anyway, 46-25 in favor of the Feral. I do hear whistles. We're going to have an official timeout.
And this timeout is brought to you by Crash Course. Ready to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Tired of second-guessing your training routine? Want to feel more confident when you step on the track? Then Crash Course is for you. We turn skaters into MVPs. If you start a Crash Course today, in 4 weeks, you'll be less tired at the end of a 2-minute jam. In 8 weeks, your footwork will get you to the line faster. And in 12 weeks, you'll be the skater everyone wants in their pack. Life is a contact sport. Win.
We are already back in business. We'd like to thank Chrissy Crash for sponsoring our penalties and timeouts our timeouts all weekend long. Oh, we do have another timeout. And again, thanks Chrissy Crash, Chrissy with a K, Crash with a K.com. Again, I want to comment on that lovely logo. It is like Darth Vader with a cape, a superhero Darth Vader with the cape. Thanks to Chrissy Crash.
I want to give a shout out to our crew sponsors this weekend. We have RSC Contractors, Collectivum Sports, Sacred Roller Skate Supply, who is upstairs in house for anyone who's watching that's physically here. They've been fixing skates all weekend. Crash Course, Synergy Bank, Lamar Advertising, Symmetry Jewelers and Designers, AmeriHealth Caritas, Louisiana, and Bont Skates. Now, Muffin, is this gift card giveaway still happening?
You know, I think so, yes, and it's online. You could do this one from home.
And so we have a 888-187. We've teamed up with both for a massive gift card giveaway. It's a $500 giveaway, to be exact. You could win $500 to spend on all your favorite gear, bags, helmets, and more. Enter to win now at tinyurl.com/YallStars giveaway. All they ask is that you sign up for a newsletter, and then you're automatically entered into this $500 drawing, which I believe is occurring later today. So get your signups in now. That rolling whistle is going to bring us back to Derby. I see Hell on Wheels, the captain for Red Stick, wearing the star, trying to catch the number on this jammer from Druid City. It's going to be number 14, which is Peaches and Scream. Peaches and Scream looking for some space here. Oh, able to push out the pack as they are almost to the front. Hell on Wheels, though, able to sneak on by. Now pushing out the Druid City pack and picking up lead jammer. Peaches and Scream being recycled back here by the Red Stick contingent, looking for some space to complete their initial pass, getting some offense. That's from number 26. Still kind of caught
Crescent.
up.
It's Crescent.
Thank you.
But we have Eagle Eye with a little bit of defense also in the back. But Peaches and Scream is out on initial.
Hell on Wheels deciding, you know what? I don't need to run all the way back and recycle into this. I can just call off that jam, keep my whatever point I have picked up, and hold Druid City scoreless. And Hell on Wheels will be picking up 1 point for the Feral Kids. That's going to bring us to 47 Red Stick, 25 Druid City. Moving into jam number 12. 17 minutes still left in this first half.
Red Stick on a 9-4 run in the last 5 jams. And we are only 17 minutes into this game.
Again, still a very close game. So even though you were seeing that lead start to spread out, Druid City doing a very good job of keeping Red Stick from being able to really run up the score. As this jam has taken off, we have Catastrophic wearing the star for Red Stick Roller Derby, absorbed here in that Druid City wall, but finding some space on the inside line, picking up lead jammer. Trainwreck wearing the star for Druid City, being recycled back by the Red Stick wall, looking for some space, looking for some offense, able to find a little bit here.
Oh, that was a nice little scheme.
Star pass. I didn't even notice that to Ruella DeVille. This is the second star pass that they have taken this game. Excuse me, he has taken this game. Oh, big hit by number 99. That's Night Terror, surely giving some nightmares to Catastrophic there after that big hip check on the apex.
Catastrophic putting 4 more on the board and holding Druid City scoreless again, 51-25, 16 minutes left in the first half.
I don't know if it's picking up on our mics, but the feral kids are living up to their name here, screaming ferally back and forth to each other, just feral yelps, for lack of a better term. As we move into jam number 13, that's going to be Rocket wearing the star for Red Stick Roller Derby. Gorticia Adams wearing the star for Druid City. Both jammers looking for some space, but it's going to be Rocket first. They are out with lead jammer.
Rocket coming into this jam with 8 points so far. We'll hit the pack of the top apex.
Gorticia getting really physically handled there in that apex, but just shaking off those hits left and right, able to complete an initial pass as Rocket comes through trying to pick up some points before they call off that jam. Able to pick up 3 there.
That's 5 scoreless jams in a row for Druid City Daredevils, 54-25. And if you're in the chat, please say hello. We'd love to see where you're watching from. I think y'all can hear that.
Because I can hear it in my headphones, and I believe just because of the purple, the amount of purple I'm seeing, I think that's the feral kids' parents, who are also apparently very feral. We have Eagle Eye wearing the star for Red Stick Roller Derby and Corrupt wearing the star for Druid City. However, I believe Corrupt is out with lead jammer. As Hell on Wheels, the pivot who had run him back, picks up a failure to reform penalty.
Or Eagle Eye out on initial. Sorry.
No worries. All right, Corrupt coming through, looking to pick up some points and break that scoreless. This is the second lead for Corrupt here. And Corrupt, it looks like he was able to pick up 2 points there, holding Red Stick scoreless, bringing Druid City up to 27 to match the Feral Kids 54.
This is only the second scoreless jam for Red Stick. I'm going to give a quick shout out to our royal sponsors. We love 187 Killer Pads, 888 Poster Giant, and Louisiana's Cajun Bayou.
I think everybody on stream saw Catastrophic there, realized that she couldn't be on the track, and she left with the biggest pout on her face. That's how I feel too when my friends get a penalty and I can't go play. That is Sister Mary Mayhem for the Feral Kids. Speaking of lead jammer, as Trainwreck is looking for some space here at the back of the pack, wearing the star for Druid City. Sister Mary Mayhem taking a big hit from the tripod of Druid City there, being kind of held in this turn 1. We see a 4-skater defensive formation on Sister Mary Mayhem. Druid City kind of deciding to move more to a slow down, stop the bleeding, rather than a offensive play here to get their jammer out, just to control Sister Mary Mayhem. But we are going to see a star pass completed to Ruella DeVille. This is Ruella's 3rd time taking a star pass here as he comes around completing that initial. And that star pass did force the call off. Red Stick only able to pick up 4 points in that last jam, extending their lead just a little bit here to 58-27 Red Stick.
If you want to follow Y'all Stars on social media, the website is www.y'allstars.com. On Facebook, it is facebook.com/Y'all Stars. On Instagram, Y'all Stars Tournament, at Y'all Stars Tournament. Please follow on Instagram.
That is Corrupt for Druid City Daredevils out with lead. This would be his 3rd lead in a row. I think he's got, the announcer's curse. Corrupt has picked up a penalty here. I didn't quite see the exact hand motion for the call, but this is going to be a power jam for Lunatic. Lunatic with 2 to beat going into the second straightaway here, and they are out. Let's see, lead does end up going to Lunatic, so that means Corrupt picked up his penalty prior to the lead status attainment, leaving lead open here for Red Stick, allowing them to control not only the jam, but having a power jam with it.
It looks like we're going to have a power start. Corrupt will start the next jam from the Hampton Suites and Inn penalty box. We do have, I believe, our 2nd scoreless jam, 3rd scoreless jam. So
excellent strategic move there by Red Stick in that moment, knowing how effective Corrupt has been this game for Druid City. icing him in the box, trying to get them a little bit of an advantage here to pick up lead jammer before he can get out. Very, very smart on the Red Stick coaching staff and players' parts. All right, off we have the Glimmer wearing the star the first time for this game. However, a very common jammer for Red Stick Roller Derby out, looking for some space here in the top of turn 1.
And Corrupt.
But it's Corrupt who is going to be pushing the pack into the straightaway first. Being cautious here in recycling, making sure he doesn't pick up another penalty, and instead the Glimmer is going to pick up a track cut, leaving lead open for Corrupt, making, with the exception of that penalty, him 100% lead jammer for Druid City today. He's coming around with a nice little side surf in there and bumping off the Red Stick blockers, but taking a big hit there by Hell on Wheels. Able to controlled falling there to make it out of the pack, picking up 4 points for Druid City.
Yes, great agility, escaping that last hit and that huge hit right before from Hell on Wheels. A little bit of assist at the front of the pack from Terminal Velocity. We will have a power start. The Glimmer will start the next jam from the Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box.
And I have been corrected. 4 out of 5 leads have gone to Corrupt, but I think the one that he didn't get was the penalty, correct? Oh, no. In jam number 2, he did lose lead status. But I do believe he is the highest percentage lead for Druid City at this moment.
The only,
making him the threat to watch for Druid City, or for Red Stick, in favor of Druid City. On the line here with this power start, we have Gortisha Adams for Druid City Daredevils, but the Glimmer is already back on the track. That power jam has been brought to a close, and Glimmer is going to be the one to pick up lead jammer for Red Stick. Here's some whistle blowing here. It looks like we are going to lose the Druid City jammer to the box for a track cut, making this a power jam for Red Stick. Glimmer going ahead and calling off that jam, icing Gortisha Adams in the box for the full 30 seconds.
So with the second power jam in favor of the Feral, and that will be our 4th scoreless jam, 59-33 in favor of the Feral. Just under 9 minutes left in the first half.
I think the kids had their Wheaties this morning. They're moving quite fast out there, running around. Nothing seems to be slowing them down. As we move into this power jam start, we have what is called their choo-choo formation. Big hit by Hell on Wheels, providing some offense there for Edgar Allan Toestop as he is out. However, it does look like there was a no pass, no penalty situation. So even though Edgar Allan is out first, he does not have lead jammer, meaning Gortisha can still come out and get lead jammer here for Druid City.
Gortisha with less than 10 seconds left of the penalty from the previous jam. Edgar Allan Toestop will hit the pack just before turn number 3. Gortisha back on the track.
However, it also looks like Eagle Eye is back on the track for Red Stick, allowing for there to be 4 blockers for Red Stick in this moment as Edgar Allan Toestop is able to put up 4 more points. But lead there does go to Gortisha Adams almost a minute into the jam due to the penalty situation.
Calling it, but no one is calling it.
Edgar Allan is not lead, however, because he got a no pass, no penalty at the start of the jam. So Gortisha is actually the lead jammer of record. But it was confusing because he got out so fast in the beginning. We're like, what's happening?
I believed Edgar. I'm like, yes, you're calling it off. No one's listening. Why aren't they listening?
Thankfully, they didn't. Otherwise, Edgar would be spending some time in the box here. Gortisha going through, deciding to complete her initial pass and make sure she at least picks up 4 points to match the 10 that Red Stick was able to pick up during that power jam situation.
There's an instant replay.
Here's that instant replay of the beginning. I believe what happened here is Hell on Wheels knocked down number 17 from Druid City before Edgar Allan passed, creating that no pass situation. And we are going to have a crash course timeout here, as I'm trying to see if it was a team timeout or it is an officials timeout. Trying to find my poor read here for Crash Course. I think Muffin's got it.
I do. Crash Course helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, conquer self-doubt, and create the habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want a custom training plan with derby-specific workouts, nutrition strategies, and mindset development curated by our epic team of coaches so you can level up this year, visit ChrissyCrash.com. Chrissy with a K, Crash with a K. To learn more, life is a contact sport. Win!
While you're doing your contact sport, make sure you pick up some gear from 888. The deep cover helmet from 888's low profile, the best fit options, and the most certifications. 888, we've got you covered. Did hear a rolling whistle there, which means we will be returning to our roller derby in jam number 20, and we are off. That is the Corrupt wearing the star for Druid City Daredevils. And he is going to be our lead jammer of record as Chupacabra does pick up a penalty, giving a power jam situation here for Druid City. This is exactly what Druid City wants in this moment. This jammer out with a power jam could potentially help them close that gap here.
Yes, Corrupt at 83% lead jammer status so far this game. Is out on a scoring pass. Go ahead.
Oh, looks like he is able to pick up those 4 points. Chupacabra still in the box here, being released, ending that power jam. This is Chupacabra. I keep saying Chupacabra. I apologize again. It's Chupacabra as she is completing that initial pass from the box. I ran into this problem yesterday when I was calling with this kiddos because on Dallas we have a Chupacabra and this is a Chupacabra, but my brain is wired for our skater at home.
Okay, Chupacabra out on initial.
Oh, that was pretty. Skating through that arm length there from Corrupt, making this a 12-0 jam. Druid City, we are back to a 20-point game.
Wow, much needed. Corrupt doing a great job. Corrupt is the high scorer for Druid City.
This is either tying or just below the highest scoring jam of the game so far, and I believe both of them have been from Corrupt. Yep.
It's true, yes. No, Peaches and Scream had a 12-point jam in jam number 5.
There it was. But are they both from Druid City? It does.
Yes.
So the highest scoring jams of this game have been attained by Druid City Daredevils. And it does look like we are going to have an official timeout here to check some things out, and that's going to be one of our Crash Course timeouts. Crash Course helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, conquer self-doubt, and create habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Visit Chrissy with a K, Crash with a K, so that's ChrissyCrash.com to learn more. Life is a contact sport. Win. I want to give a shout out here to our royal sponsors. That's going to be 187 Killer Pads, 888 Poster Giant, and Louisiana's Cajun Bayou.
And let's look at penalties. I do see one blocker, number 101, Ruella DeVille, sitting on 4 penalties so far, but that's the only person with more than 1 or 2 penalties. Cruella, yes, has been the pivot, accepting the star a few times. The only one to accept the star on that team, Druid City Daredevils.
Ruella really being a devastating pivot, the pivot that you want. As soon as he's taken a pass, he is out quickly around, I believe. Has he picked up some points this game so far?
As the pivot?
No.
But forcing the call off.
Each time forcing that call off.
Yes. And then we see who was, so we have Lethalia J watching. Excellent performances from both teams. Yes, indeed. They do have so much energy. And Waterboy, hi Waterboy, who is also on team announcer, helping us out, providing the iPad so we can see these penalties. But like I said, fairly clean. Oh, we do have number 88 on Red Stick with 3 penalties.
Druid City taking off at the start of this power jam with Crescent wearing the star as Chupacabra is in the box for a back block. I believe that's what the official timeout for was at the end of the last jam, is to assess that penalty. And a quick little hop there at the top of the apex. That is going to be Crescent with lead jammer for Druid City, still with time in this power jam to pick up some points uncontested.
This is a new jammer, and it's actually also 3 lead jams in a row. We have a 16-1 run in the last 3 jams. Also 3 lead jams in a row going towards Daredevils. So they're up and at it, and we still have just under 5 minutes left in the first half.
Huge hit from Edgar Allen, toe stop there on Crescent as Crescent's trying to find some space in this straightaway to pick up points. However, Chupacabra is out completing her initial pass Trying to pick up some points before Druid City is able to call it off, but I'm going to see that call off completed. Let's see. Yes, Druid City was able to pick up 4 points there, breaking that 20-point differential, bringing us 69 Red Stick, 53 Druid City. 4 minutes left in this first half of this game. Well, just over 4 minutes as we move into jam number 22. We're seeing a little bit of a momentum shift here in the teams. As you said, Muffin, Druid City picking up the last couple lead jams and starting to encroach on Red Stick's gap. It's going to be Gortisha Adams wearing the star for Druid City and Edgar Allen Tostop out with lead jammer for Red Stick. However, Gortisha is hot on his heels. Both packs set up here in turn 1, turn 2. Edgar Allen Tostop flipping his hips around, trying to make sure he picks up a point as he calls off that jam. Looks like our jam ref is confirming to ensure that up there it goes. And there's Edgar's points going up on the board. That's going to be 3 points for Red Stick Roller Derby, holding Druid City scoreless.
So that's 72 to 53 in favor of the Feral. Just over 3 minutes left in the first half.
Feral kids being feral. And we have Sister Mary Mayhem wearing the star for Red Stick, Corrupt wearing the star for Druid City. Corrupt at the top of the pack here with 1 to beat, taking a hit to the hips, but still picking up lead jammer for Druid City. Just as Sister Mary Mayhem is working her way in this straightaway here, looking to complete her initial, she did complete her initial pass. She's so fast, I missed her. Corrupt trying to pick up some points there, calling off that jam, able to pick up 2 points for Druid City, holding Red Stick scoreless.
So that's 72 to 55 in favor of Red Stick. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. So Druid City getting 4 lead jams out of the last 5, so continuing to build that momentum. As we have, tell me math, 18-point difference?
Yeah, just under a 20-point difference. I thought I wasn't going to do the exact math there, Muffin. Bless you. It's too early in the morning for that. We have Hell on Wheels, the captain for Red Stick, donning the star, facing off against Peaches and Scream. Peaches looking for some space. However, but it's going to be Hell on Wheels with a nice little toe stop as she shook off that hit, picking up lead jammer for Red Stick Roller Derby. But Peaches and Scream is out only about a quarter of the track behind Hell on Wheels here as Hell on Wheels comes into the pack, looking to pick up some points, calling off that jam with a back bend that made my spine crack. Able to pick up 1 point here for Red Stick.
Okay, there's the real 18-point difference with that 1 point. My mouth was off. So 1.5 minutes left in the first period.
Hell on Wheels showing why she is a captain and a triple threat for Red Stick here with 100% lead jam for the Feral Kids. On the line now, we have number 27 for Red Stick, which is Rocket, facing off against Gortisha Adams. Very familiar jammer on the track for Druid City. Druid City working against Rocket here, trying to hold them back, but jammers very quickly catching up. Not much different space in the pack here as Red Stick loses a blocker to the box. As I say that, though, Rocket is able to stretch out the pack, now picking up lead jammer for Red Stick. Gortisha looking for some space, getting led out on the outside by Red Stick. Just as Rocket is starting to come into the pack, looking up to pick up some points. Taking a bit of a spill on the outside line there, being recycled to the back of the pack by, that is Ruella DeVille, our triple threat pivot. Doing some great 2-on-2 blocking as they move into turn 3 here, but Rocket is still able to slip by, picking up their 4 points.
Rocket was so fast to get to that pack, but did have to work for in that first scoring pass. But we do see Gortisha escaping the pack just after 1 full rotation of the pack.
Using a bit of a star stash mentality there to split the attention of the blockers. You know, when you take off that star, you got to pay attention to not only the jammer still as a blocker, but you can start watching that pivot. That rolling whistle is going to bring us to halftime. Moving into halftime with that 6-point jam for the Feral Kids, we're going to see 79 points for Red Stick Roller Derby Juniors, 55 for Druid City, still within striking distance here. As this first game goes into intermission, I'm Huckleberry Jen, and we'll be back with you soon.
See you soon.
Tui Line here, and I'm here to ask you if your helmet is cooked. Whether you're on the derby track or at the skate park, your helmet has one job: to protect you. So let's check out your helmet together and find out if it's still doing its job. Look for the following signs to determine if the EPS foam in your helmet has deteriorated. 1. Physical cracks or deformations. 2. Soft spots. 3. Discoloration. 4. Separation from the shell. 5. Age. Helmets should be replaced every 3 years depending upon usage, even if they appear to be in good condition. 6. Unusual odors. Let's move on to the outer shell and consider your previous impacts. If the helmet has been involved in a significant impact, the EPS foam could be compromised even if no visible damage is apparent. If the strap adjusters, clip, or straps are compromised, your helmet placement might be compromised if you take a fall. Last but not least, if your helmet doesn't fit you properly, it's not going to do its job when you need it most. Your helmet should sit about 1 finger width above your eyebrows and stay put when you're moving around or shaking your head. Visit 888.com to find out about our cutting-edge helmet technology and designs. The most certifications, the latest technology, the best fit. We've got you covered.
We lost a great woman this year who meant a lot to me, and I want to dedicate this season to Julie Gray.
Let's go! Sacrifice for the truth remained in the new blood. Motivation, undying allegiance, striving through the ultimate affliction. Every drop of blood, every bitter tear, every beat of sweat, I live for this. Every drop of blood, every bitter tear, every beat of sweat, I live for this. Every drop of blood, every bitter tear, every beat of sweat, I live for this. Every drop of blood, every bitter tear, every beat of sweat, I live for this. Live for this, for this, for this, live for this, live. If you don't live for something, you'll die for nothing. What we have are not possessions we own. It's not weighed by greed or personal gain. This is real, a desire for freedom, a place apart from a world that abandoned. Every drop of blood, every bitter tear, every beat of sweat, I live for this. Every drop of blood, every bitter tear, every beat of sweat, I live for this. Every drop of blood, every bitter tear, every beat of sweat, I live for this. Every drop of blood, every bitter tear, every beat of sweat, I live for this. Live for this. Live for this. Live. If you don't live for something, you'll die for nothing. Live for this. Live for this. Live for this. Live for this.
And we are back in just a few seconds away from the second half of the first game of the last day of Y'all-Star Southern Skate Showdown. We have Red Stick Roller Derby the Feral facing off against the Druid City Daredevils. I am Huckleberry Jen if you're just tuning in, and I am joined this morning.
Good, how are you?
Good, joined by...
Oh, we're having a bit of a mic issue here, but...
You were joined by Muff and Tumble, and now Blade will be replacing for the rest of the half.
So let's talk about some stats here going into the second half. Red Stick Roller Derby high scorer was Catastrophic. Make sure I just said her name right. I did. Catastrophic. But our lead scoring jammer for the entire game will be Corrupt from Druid City Daredevils. In our last half here, Druid City was picked up 24% lead jammer status. We did have a couple no lead jams, I believe, or at least one no lead jam. So it's going to be 72% lead status for Red Stick Roller Derby. Both these teams here putting out a great fight, really keeping this point differential low. The reason we're seeing such a point spread as we are is because Red Stick, that higher lead jammer ratio for Red Stick, they're able to quickly get out, pick up lead, pick up 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 points here, and call it off before Druid City is able to start to encroach on that space. So again, very evenly matched teams here. Just one's a little quicker off the line. Penalty-wise, as we move into the second half, there's not really anyone in too much trouble here. We have one skater on one side with 3, one with 4. But overall, low penalty game, just a smattering of penalties across the board here. We have had a couple power jams in favor of Druid City. It actually is a 2-2 power jam rotate. 3, excuse me. So Druid City's had one more power jam than Red Stick, able to capitalize on that and come back and take that point spread back slowly. Druid City is also utilizing some quick star passes here. They've been passing quite a bit to Ruella DeVille. Ruella DeVille has been a very effective pivot this game for Druid City, able to stop Red Stick from picking up too many points in situations where they are able to get lead first.
Yeah, both teams doing a good job when those power jams do happen of loading those scoring passes as much as possible. I think our highest scoring jam so far being 12
points, I believe, and that was from Corrupt, who is actually wearing the star currently for Druid City as we get off into this first jam of the second half. Catastrophic wearing the star and picking up a lead jammer for Red Stick Roller Derby. So right now, the 2 highest scoring jammers in the game are facing off. Corrupt.
Good decision on the coaches doing that jammer matchup.
Corrupt almost able to shake off those hits with a controlled falling toe stop run there. Looking for some space as Catastrophic is coming in to pick up her second round of points, just as Corrupt is able to complete his initial pass. Kat going ahead and calling off that jam, looking to see if she was able to pick up any more points before she decided to call it. I believe our jam ref is confirming yes, so that's going to be an 8-0 jam to start us off here in the second half, bringing the Feral Kids up to 87, Daredevils 55.
I don't know if you guys could see it on the live stream, but Corrupt did a beautiful one-footed backwards hop and then just casually skated on by for the initial. No big deal.
That's that young cartilage at work.
To still have cartilage.
What is that? We have Eagle Eye wearing the star here for Red Stick. Gorticia Adams wearing the star for Druid City. But it will be Eagle Eye picking up lead jammer here for Red Stick. Gorticia, however, pretty close on Eagle Eye's heels as they both come around looking to pick up some points.
Helen Wheels definitely had Gorticia's number for a few seconds there, but Gorticia did manage to get free from the pack, but will not have the opportunity to score, I don't believe. That'll be 4 points for Red Stick's Feral as they encroach that century mark.
Eagle Eye doing a great job there of watching the track, basically able to skate through untouched on that inside line in that second straightaway. Oh, and it does look like Druid City was able to pick up a couple points, so it's going to be 3 points for Druid City in that last jam. I love how diligent our jam refs are being this game. We get the points a little bit later, but they're making sure every single point is being counted. So we're seeing them going and checking with their outside pack refs to double confirm the points. Now as we move into jam number 3, here we have Lunatic wearing the star, but it's going to be Peaches and Scream out with lead jammer. Both of these jammers very strong this game. I did hear a whistle go.
And we do have a star pass on behalf of Red Stick, but I don't believe it was successful. So that's Edgar Allan Toastop going back to Lunatic and reassessing the situation as the star pass has to be completed legally. And it will
Lunatic
be
picked up a high block.
So that will be a power jam scenario for Peaches and Scream. Unfortunately, star pass did not occur in time for the penalty to be assessed. So
Beautiful offense there by number 34 for Druid City, allowing Peaches and Scream to get out and pick up a quick 4 points. Druid City setting up here for another offensive move as Peaches and Scream comes back into the pack in turn 2, looking for a little bit of space. Able to slightly shake off that hit by Edgar Allan Toastop there, but still caught up in the pack. 1 to beat. Quick hop back in as that out of play is called, allowing for Peaches and Scream to go ahead and pick up those 4 points, calling off that jam, making a 12-point jam for Druid City Daredevils, bringing us just to a 21-point game again. Let's see what we got on this replay. I believe, there is that beautiful offense by number 34 on Druid City. That is Moxie. Just giving just enough space there for Peaches and Scream to be able to slide by.
looks like we're setting up for one of those old school pivot line starts, possibly. Giving Corrupt and who is that? Sister Mary Mayhem a room to run. Not something don't think you want to give Corrupt or Sister Mary Mayhem for that matter, because these jammers are super quick.
Yes, they've both been using their speed all morning here, trying to get some space. Beautiful work there by number 626.
Catastrophic.
There we go. Another person we've seen on the jam line quite a bit there. Keeping Corrupt here at the back of the pack. We see these Red Stick Juniors recycling as Sister Mary Mayhem is still looking for some space. However, I do think, that is it. We are going to see a track cut call on Sister Mary Mayhem, making this a power jam for Corrupt. So let's see if Corrupt is going to be able to get out here. And we still don't have a lead attainment at this 1 minute mark, or right before this 1 minute mark. So let's see if Corrupt is able to, it does look like that penalty was rescinded on Sister Mary Mayhem. So Sister Mary is going to pick up lead jammer status. Corrupt still looking to and completing, as I say it, his initial pass there with an apex jump on turn 3. Just as Sister Mary Mayhem is coming in, trying to score some points here, caught up in that Druid City tripod.
Red Stick losing a couple blockers to our Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box. That'll give Druid City the pack advantage. But some of these jams are literally blink and you miss it, and that is just proof right there. I mean,
yeah, that was a little
penalty rescinded, and all the confusion.
Exactly. So we went 1 minute in that jam without a lead jammer, a little bit because of the rescinding of the penalty, allowing time for that to happen. But that means that the Red Stick defense was able to hold Corrupt, which they've been struggling with a little bit this game, as he is the highest point-scoring jammer overall and for Druid City, to keep him from getting lead jammer. So on the line here, we have Gortisha Adams wearing the star for Druid City. Hell on Wheels, the captain and jammer of record for Red Stick. Gortisha here at the top of the pack, stuck on Edgar Allan Toastop, and Eagle Eye at that pivot line, just looking for any space that she can get here. But Hell on Wheels is starting to push out the Druid City pack, and that will be lead jammer for Hell on Wheels.
Yep, Hell on Wheels maintaining that 100% lead advantage. And I was going to say, Eagle Eye has their sights squarely on Gortisha Adams, who now has the star in hand. Druid City pivot, maneuvering, trying to break apart this pack. And that is number 101 Ruella DeVille, our triple threat, I want to say.
Absolutely. They have definitely been there consistently. He has been there taking whatever pass he can, and we are going to see him picking up a star pass here as well. Now the jammer of record for Druid City, as Hell on Wheels has picked up 8 points so far in this jam, looking to her bench to decide if she is going to call it.
Doing a little finger tap, or like those jazz hands on the hips. I think the jam ref is even like
are you telling me? I'm waiting for you to tap. Did you tap? No, yeah. Okay.
You can't do jazz hands. You have to do all fingers flat. At least make it obvious.
Hell on Wheels there using a great strategy, watching her bench and waiting, trying to burn even just a couple more seconds off that clock to keep Red Stick in the lead and have less time to worry about it. As Red Stick moves over into that century mark, 101 Red Stick, 70 for Druid City. As we move into jam number 6, Chupacabra wearing the star for Red Stick, Peaches and Scream wearing the star for Druid City Daredevils. The last 2 jams we've seen from Peaches and Scream, they have picked up 2 points. However, or 12 points each. This time, however, they're going to pick up a track cut, making a power jam situation here for Chupacabra. Chupacabra with 2 to beat at the top of the pack, picking up lead jam for Red Stick.
Leslie capped on Hell on Wheels, drawing that cut track penalty on Peaches and Scream. Hell on Wheels just, I think, doing double shifts today, or just has limitless energy. Well, I think all these kids do, to be honest.
Absolutely beautiful offensive sweep there by Eagle Eye and Hell on Wheels, able to get Chupacabra basically 4 free points there before this power jam comes to a close. As Peaches and Scream retakes the track with quick feet, they are out. Initial pass completed. Chupacabra coming back into the pack, trying to pick up a couple more points here before calling that jam to its conclusion. Managing to pick up 7 total points in that last jam for the Feral Kids. Druid City being held scoreless.
Druid City doing an excellent job there, not letting Red Stick run away with that power jam, even saving 1 point on that second scoring pass. Every single little point counts. Looks like we're going to have Corrupt taking the jam line against Edgar Allan Toe Stop.
This is a really nice matchup here, I would say, for jammers. Both of these jammers very, very strong. I saw Edgar Allan Toe Stop just dominate the track last night. One-footed slide there by Corrupt, picking up lead jammer.
It looked like Edgar Allan Toe Stop was doing some blocking duty, as there were a couple of their fellow blockers in the penalty box, so ensuring that they captured Corrupt, but had to relent and start trying to earn some points. But Corrupt is going to call that to a conclusion.
Beautiful lead out on the line there by Rocket on Corrupt, keeping him from being able to pick up all 4 points in that last pass. Oh, and here is again that start of the jam where we're going to see that one-footed just glide through on that inside line. So far in the half, we've had 29 points scored by Red Stick to the 18 from Druid City. So pretty even scoring going into this half. That is the Glimmer. Oh no, the Glimmer is going to pick up a high block for Red Stick, making this a power jam here for Gortisha. Gortisha Adams moving into the straightaway here, getting some offensive help from one of the Druid City blockers. I actually do believe that is Ruella DeVille, as he was trying to make some space there for Gortisha.
And if successful, I think this might be Gortisha's first time successfully getting lead jam status, if all goes according to plan. Of course, Red Stick doing a beautiful job of feeling that penalty and not allowing Druid City to get in their heads or run away with it.
Great defensive work and reforming by Red Stick so far this jam. And there, Gortisha is out with lead jammer for Druid City Daredevils, just as the Glimmer returns to the track, ending this power jam. So successful power jam detonation basically there by Red Stick Roller Derby. Gortisha
Adams back into the pack and coming square into, it's like 626, catastrophic. We'll pick up, how many points did Morticia get? Our refs are still conferring, but 0 are going to Red Stick Roller Derby.
Gortisha Adams, while having to fight that defense from Red Stick during that power jam, was able to still pick up 3 points for Druid City in that last jam and hold Red Stick scoreless. Quick shout out here to our captain sponsors. That's going to be Kaywood and Randazzo's Bakery, Hampton Inn and Suites, and Currency Bank and Rydell. Thank you all for your help this weekend, making this tournament great. On the line, we have Eagle Eye wearing the star for Red Stick, and that is Trainwreck with the star for Druid City Daredevils. Eagle Eye out with lead as we had a bit of a pile up there in turn 1.
Trainwreck getting knocked out and bridged the long way back by Captain Hell on Wheels. Now finding some room along that back straightaway for the initial pass as Eagle Eye comes
comes in with a huge hit there on that Druid City walk. All legal, all side contact, but big hit moving, I believe. Didn't quite see the number on that skater, but I know it's a skater from Druid that we have seen jamming today, really sending them flying.
Don't forget we are teaming up with 888 and 187 Killer Pads for a massive gift card giveaway. $500 giveaway to be exact. You could win $500 to spend on all your favorite gear. All your favorites, gear, bags, helmets, and more. Enter to win now at tinyurl.com/y'allstars giveaway.
And that giveaway, I do believe, ends later this afternoon, so make sure you sign up. And that's going to be Corrupt out with lead jammer for Druid City. Rocket looking for some space here for Red Stick. We do see the cover off as they are trying to make sure that Corrupt can't be quite as successful as he has been. But he said, you know what, I see that, and I raise you an apex jump, picking up a quick 4 points before that star pass is completed to Edgar Allan Toe Stop for Red Stick Roller Derby.
Excellent track awareness by Edgar Allan Toe Stop, knowing that they have the pivot cover and were prepared for that star pass just in case, and it did, in fact, was complete.
Corrupt, however, able to side surf through that pack, picking up an additional 4 points for Druid City. We've seen some beautiful footwork from Corrupt all morning. I'm lucky.
I think that's all I know how to do.
I'm not, I don't think there's another option. I think all I know how to do in the morning is barely put my shoes on, so I am here for this. These kiddos showing some great athleticism. And we're going to have Catastrophic wearing the star for Red Stick, Crescent wearing the star for Druid City, but it will be Catastrophic out with lead jammer first. Crescent hot on Catastrophic's heels.
Only about a quarter track behind, so definitely going to force that call off if I were to hazard a guess. Nope, not in time. Catastrophic getting bumped to the outfield. Druid City holding them at the back of the pack. Good track awareness there as our pack gets stretched out along that turn number 2, and looks like Red Stick losing one of their blockers to our Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box.
It's going to give a pack advantage here for, I missed that. Crescent has returned to the box, giving Catastrophic a power jam here, which is honestly the perfect situation. If you have a bunch of blockers in the box, you don't want to call it off, but you really don't want the other jammer to get any points while you wait for your blockers to return. So having a power jam should clear the box here for Red Stick, allowing Catastrophic to pick up points uncontested while that box clears. And beautiful little sidestep there around the Druid City blockers, picking up 10 points so far this jam. As we see Crescent release from the box, perfect track awareness there from Catastrophic, calling off that jam as the box clears and as that power jam comes to a close.
So we're going to see our replay here. That's the Glimmer, the first line of defense, trying to split apart those blockers, and Catastrophic finds room to run right up the middle of the track. Right, that's where jammers want to be, not on the outside. That's danger zone.
That's the bad place. Not the sad place. The sad place is absorbed in that tripod. But those lines, high risk, high reward. Speaking of high risk, high reward, we have Chupacabra working the lines here for Red Stick Roller Derby. And I guess we went with the risk side here, as Chupacabra is going to pick up a forearm penalty, leaving Peaches and Scream uncontested right now as a jammer for Druid City Daredevils. Lead is still open at this point.
Eagle Eye there, I think, was sneaky enough to draw that cut-track penalty.
Just fast enough as Peaches and Scream stepped back in. So we're going to see a jammer trade.
I think that the jammer cut-track drawing penalty is kind of Red Stick's specialty in this game, if not in this tournament, but they've clearly been practicing it.
Absolutely. Perfect line on when you should run back, when you should stay back in. We are going to see, I do hear a whistle blowing, not quite sure what's happening, but we do have Chupacabra out completing the initial pass here. We will have a full 2-minute jam as both jammers received a penalty in the first 30 seconds of this jam. Looking for some space to pick up some more points as Peaches and Scream is released, however, being run back there. Both jammers pushing the pack up. Peaches and Scream caught up on Hell on Wheels, and I believe that is 249 from Red Stick. I think I read their number wrong. That's 2319, Pink of Vicious. Beautiful 2 blocking there. However, Peaches and Scream is able to get out. Chupacabra utilizing some great offense from the Red Stick contingent here. Sorry, I got distracted by the gameplay. Able to pick up 4 points. As Peaches and Scream is absorbed in this tripod, looking for some space, we do see the cover off, maybe looking for a distraction at the very least, if not a cover pass.
Yep, Pat kind of setting up along that far straightaway there. And it looks like Peaches and Scream opting to replace that helmet cover. And we do see Hell on Wheels reporting to our Hampton Inn and Tweeds penalty box at the conclusion of the jam. Does like points will be picked up by Druid City, 3 of them to be exact, bringing them up to 91, just knocking on that century mark. Red Stick Roller Derby adding 10 to their total with 132 as we head into jam number 13.
Great line of sight there by the Druid City coaching staff, reminding Peaches and Scream that that was a scoring pass and the timer was about to run out, so to put on the star to make sure that they were able to pick up all their points possible. I do see we have an officials time out here, so that's going to be a crash course time out. Crash Course helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, conquer self-doubt, and create habits of high performance to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want a custom training plan with derby-specific workouts, nutrition strategies, and athlete mindset development curated by our epic team of coaches so you can level up this year? Visit ChrissyCrash.com. That's Chrissy with a K, Crash with a K.com to learn more. Life is a contact sport. Win.
I'm just taking a look at our penalty board here. Nobody in real trouble. It does look like Ruel DeVille sitting at 5 penalties, but hey, that's what happens when you are a fearsome pivot who takes all of those star passes. It's like the Glimmer sitting at 4, and Dolly Pardon Me also with 4, and a couple with 2. A lot of skaters with no penalties. That's got to be something the coaches are proud of.
Oh, absolutely.
I bet they get extra candy if they don't get a penalty.
Maybe my coaches will start doing that. That's a pretty good motivation for me.
Yeah, I like candy. Actually, we have a thing at our home league where if our jammer gets a cut track penalty, they owe us fireball.
Oh, no.
So
no.
that's kind of
a punishment for
not
everybody. I don't know. It depends on how much my blockers may have made me mad. I might go get one just on principle. Out with speed and lead. That is Corrupt for Druid City Daredevils. Lunatic still working their way through the pack here, though I believe we have, that is a star pass to Edgar Allan toe stop. Corrupt with an apex jump at the top of turn 1, able to shake off a hit as he landed there, quickly picking up 4 points as Edgar Allan toe stop is now out completing his initial pass.
Edgar Allan Toestep had huge success against Tomorrowland, not Tomorrowland, Dallas last night. So
yes.
Demonstrating that those talents yet again as they take star passes.
Corrupt picking up 8 points here, but gonna go ahead and hold more, trusting their his blockers there to hold Red Stick as he is able to bring Druid City over that century mark. 12 points in that jam. That's going to be 135 Red Stick, 103 Druid City. Quick shout out here to our crowd sponsors. That's Roll One, Allstate Hottie Agency, Nearby Notary, Creative Counseling and Wellness LLC, and Raising Cane's. I have to tell you, I'm going to have to get a big tub of Raising Cane sauce before I go home. I make it at home now because I miss it so much. Now that I'm not in Louisiana anymore, it's delicious. If you haven't had it on your chicken, you definitely should.
We've got The Glimmer donning the star for Red Stick Roller Derby. Gortisha Adams for Druid City. Flurry of whistles, that will be The Glimmer reporting to the penalty box. That is going to be their 5th penalty. And Power Jam goes to Gortisha Adams. Now
with
free
lead
of the pack and does have lead. So Druid City now in full control of this jam.
Glimmer, I believe, has the unfortunate luck today of the jammer curse, picking up a penalty just about every time she has been on the line today. But when blocking, Glimmer has been very clean.
And it looks like Gortish are calling it off in the nick of time. I see the Glimmer holding up a 2. I can only hazard a guess that is 2 seconds left on their penalty. So a very brief power start for Druid City Daredevils.
You know, sometimes that's all you need, though. Just 1 or 2 seconds where you don't have to worry about the jammer. And
but sometimes that works in the jammer's favor because the pack is not paying attention.
Because 2 seconds is not a long time.
Indeed, it is not. We're going to have ourselves another crash course time out. And I will also give a shout out to Rydell. Step in action with Rydell roller skates where passion meets performance. Trusted by skaters for generations, Rydell combines classic craftsmanship with cutting-edge design. Discover your perfect now at roller.rydellskates.com. Rydell, built for derby, made for you.
This Crash Course timeout is brought to you by Chrissy Crash. Ready to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Tired of second-guessing your training routine? Want to feel more confident when you step on the track? The Crash Course is for you. We turn skaters into MVPs. If you start a Crash Course today, in 4 weeks, you'll be less tired at the end of a 2-minute jam. In 8 weeks, your footwork will get you to the line faster. And in 12 weeks, you'll be the skater that everyone wants in their pack. Life is a contact sport. Win.
I wonder what you get if you keep training. Like at 20 weeks?
Yeah,
do
what
you
happens
just
at 20
ascend-
weeks?
I think you just ascend to a higher level of consciousness and you're just like an orb of light.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting, you just float through.
I was joking yesterday, like, hey, if you started your training now and are planning to go to World Cup, the Chrissy Crash Course might put you in a good position to have all that confidence you need for Austria in July.
Absolutely. And don't think that it's just for World Cup skaters, too. We've used it beneficially in Dallas for a lot of our new skaters. And it does look like Druid City was able to take advantage of that 2-second power jam here. Corrupt out, picking up lead jammer. This is 3 leads in a row for Druid City. The Glimmer, however, is out completing her initial pass as Corrupt goes ahead and calls off that jam. I do think we will see, and yep, there's from the jam ref, we're going to see 1 point picked up by Red Stick in this jam. Let's see if Corrupt was able to pick up any as well. I see our jam ref conferring with the OPRs to make sure all points are properly accounted for.
But it does look like Red Stick in a little bit of penalty trouble. 2 other blockers currently taking vacancy in our Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box. So Druid City is going to have a slight pack advantage 4 versus 2. Peaches and Scream quick to get to the front of that pack. But Red Stick Junior's ready and waiting. Though Peaches and Scream does manage to get around, but is knocked out by, I believe,
that is the Glimmer.
Glimmer.
As I said earlier, Glimmer has had a little bit of struggle here and with the jammer cap on, but as a blocker, she has been playing very clean and very effectively, as we see here, as she's able to contain Peaches and Scream, as Hell on Wheels is out as the lead jammer of record, breaking that lead jammerless streak for Red Stick. Here in jam number 16, we are going to see Red Stick blockers returning to the box, though, so we are still going to have a 2-pack advantage for Druid City moving into jam number 18. Here on that replay, we are going to see this beautiful 2-wall work by the Glimmer and Eagle Eye. Glimmer able to stop that lead jammer attainment by Peaches and Scream at the top of that apex.
And the Red Stick side of our Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box still
It's quite full now.
getting a lot of action this morning.
Yeah, so that's actually 3 blockers in the box. However, Red Stick said, we don't need our blockers. We got Catastrophic. Catastrophic's out with lead jammer, taking lead over Corrupt, who, however, is hot on Cat's heels, trying to do some jammer on jammer work here to force that call off as they both come into the pack, knowing that most likely Cat is going to run this jam to try and clear the box. So both skaters picking up 4 points here.
It does slightly work to Corrupt's advantage because you only has 1 pair of hits and you get all of those penalty box blocker points.
just
so
one.
a little bit easier of a pass that time.
That time, however, we do see the blockers returning to the track and Catastrophic calling off that jam, picking up 8 points for the Feral. And it's going to be 5 points for Druid City, bringing our score 148. Red Stick Roller Derby, 112, Druid City.
That could be big thanks to Poster Giant. From wild posting and guerrilla marketing to digital campaigns, Poster Giant makes your message stand out. Need to get the word out for your next big event? Visit postergiant.net today and let them take your promotion to the next level.
Oh, that whistle does have us starting off. That's Gortisha Adams wearing the star for Druid City, Chupacabra wearing the star for Red Stick, but it will be Gortisha out with lead first.
Wide open outside lane there. Gortisha Adams taking full advantage, but Chupacabra finding a line up that inside and is about a half track behind. Trying to add some speed as Gortisha frantically calls it off. Will do so successfully in time to prevent any scoring from Red Stick Roller Derby and will add 2 points to Druid City's total.
Gortisha really coming around with speed there, thinking, all right, I can skate through. They're not going to see me, but being shut down by Hell on Wheels. Definitely a momentum killer there if you run chest to chest with her.
We are heading into jam number 19, just 6 minutes left in this second half. Man, this game has kind of flown by this morning.
I swear we were much further along in this. We are going to have a team timeout here, and that's going to be a crash course timeout. Crash course helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, conquer self-doubt, and create the habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Visit Chrissy Crash Course. That's Chrissy with a K, Crash with a K, ChrissyCrash.com, to learn more. Life is a contact sport. Win.
You can see on your monitor there the coach for Red Stick Roller Derby giving some instructions to that the blocking contingent on the track, and reminding them to breathe, among other things.
Oh, absolutely.
Always important. Looks like it's going to be Edgar Allan Toe-Stop donning the star next. And I can't quite see.
That is Peaches and Scream, I believe, for Druid City.
I believe you are right.
However, I do see Corrupt over here with the star on. So let's see if they do a jammer switch. Nope. Okay, we are going to end that timeout here with Peaches and Scream facing off against Edgar Allan Toe-Stop. Both these jammers very effective today. Peaches and Scream win out with lead, usually consistently picking up double-digit points. Edgar Allan Toe-Stop mostly jamming this game, but we have seen him behind the line several times. That whistle does mean jam is on. Seems like there was a minor hesitation, and it'll be Edgar Allan Toe-Stop out with lead jammer for Red Stick Roller Derby.
Off like a shot. You saw at the beginning of the jam there, Peaches and Scream trying to play a little jammer mind games, but Edgar Allan was like, oh, are we dancing? Are we dancing? I'm all in this.
Edgar Allan Toe-Stop delivering a big hit to the blocking contingent from Druid City to get out. However, that hit also opened up just a little bit of space for Peaches and Scream to be able to complete their initial pass.
Edgar Allan Toe-Stop assessing the situation. Nope, they don't like the looks of that. We're going to call this to a conclusion. 4 points in the pocket for Red Stick, and we're going to set up, do it all over again, and it looks like we will see Corrupt taking the star next. And that is 222 Sister Mary Mayhem taking the star again. Not a jammer that we have seen a ton during this game, but has definitely
been doing quite well.
Been putting in the time and been effective.
And they are off, both jammers up at the top, but it's going to be a side surf through for Corrupt, picking up lead jammer for Druid City. Sister Mary Mayhem being run back past the pivot line here, looking for some space as that Druid City tripod holds her steady. We're going to see an attempt of an apex jump, which Corrupt has been very successful with so far. However, this time it was not, as he is recycled to the back of the pack. Sister Mary Mayhem still looking to complete her initial pass as Corrupt is able to pick up 4 points for Druid City.
It's like Sister Mary Mayhem taking a bit of a tough hit there, but was able to get back under her own power and is back into the fray as Corrupt tries to side surf once again, but is ultimately knocked out by the Glimmer and bridge back along that straightaway.
A beautiful stop to the momentum that Corrupt had there. He was having a bit of a run, not being touched much by the Red Stick contingent. We do see a star pass complete to Catastrophic from Red Stick. Corrupt probably going to come around and pick up a few more points. Let's see what happens here. Oh, untouched right through the middle. Just sliding on through.
Like a hot knife through butter.
Catastrophic is able to get through and pick up 3 points. It looks like there was a no pass, no penalty there for Red Stick Roller Derby as Corrupt comes back into the pack, deciding to call it off after bouncing off of, I believe that was Sister Mary Mayhem.
See our jam refs conferring, and that'll be one additional point picked up by Druid City, bringing them a grand total of 13 in that jam, putting them at 127 versus Red Stick's 155.
This game's making me antsy now. That run really helping Druid City here. Corrupt so far scoring 65 points in this game. Almost half it. We're just under half of Druid City's points here. We have 3 minutes left in this jam, and depending on how it goes, we could still potentially see a lead change here. Eagle Eye wearing the star for Red Stick Roller Derby. Gortisha Adams for Druid City. Eagle Eye caught up here, and it's going to be lead to Gortisha Adams as that Druid City tripod is able to successfully waterfall around Eagle Eye, shaking off the offense from Red Stick Roller Derby. Gortisha Adams coming back into the pack looking for points here.
Looks like we may get some, but we'll have to recycle past Chupacabra to earn those points legally. Let's see Hell on Wheels in the midst of that Druid City pack, trying to create enough space for Gortisha Adams to get through.
Nice little star stash there by Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye now completing her initial pass here, eligible to score points as Gorticia looks to come in and maybe make this an 8-point jam instead of a 4. However, Gorticia is going to call off that jam, making sure to hold, or trying to hold Red Stick scoreless. Slightly unsuccessful as Red Stick was able to sneak by and grab 2 points there. Our jam refs conferring to make sure the Druid City Daredevils pick up their points, and it does look like Gorticia was able to pick up 1 point there, making it a 5-point jam for Druid City to the Ferals 2. Just under 2 minutes left in this game. It's been an excellent game all morning from these kiddos. We see Lunatic wearing the star for the Feral and Peaches and Scream for Druid City Daredevils. Peaches and Scream definitely being a high point scorer for Druid City today. And we are going to see a power jam for Druid City here. Peaches and Scream uncontested on the track, but caught up on Hell on Wheels.
No,
that was not Hell on Wheels. I'm sorry.
Mercury. Equally a force to be reckoned with on the track. Now the last line of defense for Peaches and Scream. Peaches and Scream opting to recycle themselves legally, although
picking up lead jammer before they did so.
Froggy Mercury did go down as lead was established, so, recycling, always to play it safe.
4 out of 5 of the last jams here have been lead jammer awards to Druid City. Druid City really controlling the last few minutes of this game. As Peaches and Scream, they are coming through, looking to pick some points, almost untouched, but getting caught up for just a second on the Red Stick blocker, as 2 Red Stick blockers are now in the box, giving Peaches and Scream pack advantage. However, Lunatic is out, initial pass completed.
That Red Stick roller derby side of our Hampton Inland Suites penalty box definitely seeing a lot more action than the Druid City side, at least in this half.
Both jammers able to sneak through basically untouched on opposite lines there. This is we lost our replay there. Sorry about that. We are going to see a team timeout called here by Druid City. That's going to be a crash course timeout. Crash course helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, conquer self-doubt, and create habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want a custom training plan with derby-specific workouts, nutrition strategies, and an athlete mindset development curated by our epic team of coaches so you can level up this year? Visit ChrissyCrash.com. That's Chrissy with a K, Crash with a K.com to learn more. Life is a contact sport. Win.
We will also give a thanks to Currency Bank. Currency Bank's approach is simple. Provide exceptional customer experience through personal attention, convenience, and the latest proven technology. High tech, high touch, Currency Bank. We saw our instant replay there of the
that was the last pass in that jam. Both of those jammers running through uncontested. So as this timeout is going on, just taking a peek around at the track, we see Froggy Mercury and Edgar Allan Toastop in the box for Red Stick Roller Derby. Eagle Eye Hell on Wheels on the track for Red Stick. But
like
we also
team has two
blockers in the box. This is a terrifying situation as we go into what is likely the last jam of the game. We have Corrupt on the track for Druid City. I can't quite read the numbers for Red Stick.
That will be catastrophic.
Catastrophic out with lead jammer. This is exactly what Red Stick needed for this last jam of the game, because you do not want Corrupt to have lead jammer status, as he has been consistently a high point scorer for Druid City. Catastrophic coming through, picking up 4 points. However, Corrupt is out and able to pick up points of his own. Looks like we're going to see an apex jump, and he did land it. So let's see if those 4 points go up, and they do.
4 points brings us to our unofficial score: 165 for Red Stick Roller Derby, 144 for Druid City Daredevils. We'll wait for that rolling list to make things officially official.
Excellent game by both these kids this morning. Honestly, the point spread kind of hovered around that 20-point difference. So we have only a 21-point score differential here. And they managed to keep it for most of the game. It stretched out for a little bit, but then Druid City would come back, really elevating some of the penalty trouble that Red Stick was having in this game to their advantage. And that rolling whistle will make it a final score: 165 Red Stick, 144 Druid City. Great game to start us off on this last day of Y'all Stars Southern Skate Showdown. I am Huckleberry Jen.
And I am Blade. And if you haven't had enough of the junior games, we still have one more. You're about to see Tomorrowland take on Dallas as your next game before we head into our main and open brackets for Championship Sunday.
Absolutely. You have a few minutes here before we get started off. Make sure you stand up, stretch, get some water, get some food. It's breakfast time. We'll see you back here in probably about 15 minutes.
Tui Lion here, and I'm here to ask you if your helmet is cooked. Whether you're on the derby track or at the skate park, your helmet has one job, to protect you. So let's check out your helmet together and find out if it's still doing its job. Look for the following signs to determine if the EPS foam in your helmet has deteriorated. 1. Physical cracks or deformations. 2. Soft spots. 3. Discoloration. 4. Separation from the shell. 5. Age. Helmets should be replaced every 3 years depending upon usage, even if they appear to be in good condition. 6. Unusual odors. Let's move on to the outer shell and consider your previous impacts. If the helmet has been involved in a significant impact, the EPS foam could be compromised even if no visible damage is apparent. If the strap adjusters, clip, or straps are compromised, your helmet placement might be compromised if you take a fall. Last but not least, if your helmet doesn't fit you properly, it's not going to do its job when you need it most. Your helmet should sit about 1 finger width above your eyebrows and stay put when you're moving around or shaking your head. Visit 888.com to find out about our cutting-edge helmet technology and designs. The most certifications, the latest technology, the best fit. We've got you covered.